I'm Richard Weil, and I'm the principal and owner of National Restaurant Consultants. And we welcome you again to the NRC Helpful Moment number 76. And of course, our wonderful friend and co-branding marketing manager, marketing person, marketing professional, marketing everything, Mr. Brian Devine from Top Line Management at CafeFuel. And today we are really, really thrilled to have as our special guest, Alicia Brooks, who is the owner of Training by Alicia in Central New York. And she is a millennial. We're going to call her a millennial. She doesn't care. She's okay with that. But what we wanted to talk about today is COVID-19 through the eyes of a millennial and how that's all kind of transpiring and what she's done to pivot with her own business here recently and how she views COVID-19 in the food service and hospitality industry from her perspective. Alicia's a very bright young woman. She's a mom. She's a working mom, but she also has a degree from State University of New York in Morrisville, and she's a member of the International Food Service Executive Association Board of Directors, the Global Food Service Institute as well. Very accomplished for someone who hasn't been as out in the after college, but she's really well accomplished in a very few short years. So Alicia, take it away, please.
Hi, everyone. So, like Dick said, I started my business I had been planning it, but I started it in February of 2020, which was exactly a month before we went to stay in place in New York. It was rough. I did my first training, and then a week later, they said, "All right, everybody, get in your house." I have kids. I have a 4-year-old, so he was in pre-K. I was supposed to do schooling with him. We tried it for a couple weeks, and then we told the teacher, "He's in pre-K. We're not doing it." My heart goes out to all those moms that are trying to work from home full time and help your kids with school. It is not easy at all. So I work part time also for a restaurant. So I was able to, my husband is a truck driver, so he was fortunately home for the 2 months that I was at home and we were quarantined. I don't know how I would have survived with 3 children, 4, 2, and 8 months old, without my husband home. So we worked together a lot to make it work. I worked about 4 hours a day, 3 days a week. I'm a project manager at Wild Owl Cafe. So I do a lot of the Facebook, which right now, I'm thinking that's the biggest thing that these restaurants in the hospitality industry is like really dived into is social media. With all this happening, how do you tell your customers what's going on? And you have, zero to no money to make that happen. So a lot of people are jumping on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, trying to learn how to use it. And it hasn't been easy. I've talked to a lot of business owners, and they said it was rough. Because not only are you stressed and you're scared for the future, but you have food that you have to sell. You have customers, you have employees, you have all these people you need to think about. You need to think about your community. As a millennial, I think that it was a little bit easier for me to adjust to my job working from home. I understand technology. I was able to get right on my computer and figure out how to make it work. My boss is also a millennial. They both are. So it was a little bit easier for them as well. We were able to communicate and make it happen. For some business owners, it was a little rough, but I think for my business, what I really gained from it was I reached out to Dick and the chairman of IFSI, and I said, all right, I just started a business. I am kind of stuck right now. What do I do? And he sent me to Ed Manley, who is the founder of Food Service Institute. And Ed has brought me on board with his business, but he's become my mentor. And through this, I've been able to learn. Couldn't do much, so I sat home and I took all his certifications. I learned as much as I possibly could. So when I am able to start training again, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to get back out there. I have knowledge behind me. I'm coming out of quarantine with more to offer than when I went in. I'm hoping that more millennials thought the same way as I did, and I feel like they definitely did. While I'm going through LinkedIn, I'm seeing a lot of my friends and people I graduated with sending out words of inspiration, like, we're going to get through this. This is okay. Like, if we look back through history, yes, all this happened and bad things happened, but we got through it. We found a way to make it happen. And I'm really loving seeing so many restaurant owners saying, wow, I never thought I could do takeout, and I'm doing it. I think we're going to keep doing this after. And hearing them say that about delivery and, realizing that they can make this work, that everything is going to be okay, and they're coming out of this stronger than when they went in. Yeah.
That's outstanding. And that really, really, really folds well into what we've been doing for literally coming up on almost 4 months of the NRC Helpful Movement. I don't think we could have rehearsed this any better, Brian, to have Alicia here wrapping this up, because she's really saying all the things that we've been talking about since the middle of March. And I'll segue over to you, Brian, to kind of add on to what Alicia just said.
Well, let me do this instead, if that's okay, Alicia. Obviously, if you've watched any of our videos, I'm always talking about using video, about how to utilize social media and how to combine the two. What would you like to say to somebody that's watching that maybe has heard me talk about video and they're still maybe not considering it? Tell me what your thoughts are.
So actually, I can say this with experience. Wild Owl started using video more too. And the customers loved it. In the food industry, in the hospitality industry, we're about people. We're about people. We're about connection. Writing a post isn't the same. You don't have that connection. And if you can, it's stressful. It's scary to go on a video and talk. It is. It's terrifying. But if you can take that step, you're going to reach your guests in a whole other way. And I know people that prefer videos. They'll stop and watch a video and they'll scroll right past statuses. You're missing out on a whole guest, that may want to watch your videos but not read your posts.
Perfect. Thank you for saying that. I wanted to hear that from someone else. That's outstanding, Richard. I think that's perfect for today.
Alicia, I don't know if you've got anything else other than to say you are a wonderful example of how the future of the food service and hospitality industry will be in good hands, because we need and want people like yourself to continue to go and grow into these leadership positions. So can't thank you enough, Alicia, for being on here. Hopefully you'll post this on your own Facebook, LinkedIn pages and your website. We will, of course. But that's it for our NRC Helpful Moment number 76. And for now, so long and bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.